My review? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with my review. Um, a lot of people are complaining about Destiny, and I don't understand. Well, actually, I do understand why. I pretty much know why. I'm gonna work on the thing here while I sit back and chill because it's snowing outside, and I'm gonna do what I want. So my review. All right. So far, I'm doing pretty good and getting the hang of it. I have made it through the beginning. I took my Titan, went through on fire, set up my mods right, and regenerated a lot, and had the Splendor helm on, and pretty much walked through the Legendary campaign almost until the last two missions by myself, and then I asked for help for the last two. The room there where you had to go around clockwise with it, yeah, that was kind of a pain in the ass to do by yourself. And Callus, I didn't even have a clue. But I'm going to go through it on easy with my Hunter here while I'm doing my thoughts on the review. Well, Destiny has been a game that's been around for a long time. Okay? And most of the people that still play it are either fanatics. And yes, I'm going to say fanatics, so you better hold on to your buckets. They don't really know what any other game is. They only know what this game is, you know? I've been playing Destiny since original. And a lot of people don't understand that Bungie has changed hands about 5 times since the original Destiny was built. Bungie has changed hands technically 6 times if you count the times it changed hands in Halo. Okay, with changing hands, you fire this guy and hire that guy, and then hire this guy and then fire that guy, and then eventually what happens is before you know it, the whole oil's been changed. What used to make this machine run real nice and awesome is now gone. So you have what's left over. You have the guys that fed them coffee when they built the original Destiny. So the guys running the company now don't give 2 shakes of a shit how we feel about Destiny because they're trying to make money. Okay? And they were just serving coffee when the brilliant idea people and just saying that this happens technically with a lot of companies when they keep changing people. And as you can tell lately, it's come to a stalemate. People don't enjoy what they're watching anymore because there's a million political views stuck in everything. Okay? Now, Lightfall didn't have any political views really that I could say besides the fact they were trying to explain you need to believe in yourself. Okay? Hence the whole thing about Strand. Alright? The whole thing about Strand is this is the ebb and flow of the universe, and you know, you either go with it or you stay behind, or it overruns you, or you put a dam in the middle, or you what else? And then it comes down to Callus, okay? Callus. Everybody's fucking tired of Callus. We've been dealing with Callus since Destiny's Red War. Okay? And a lot of you newbies don't even know what the Red War is. You don't have a clue, you know, because you weren't around when it was here. As far as professional players and builds and more damage and yahaha and all that, I will call you this and you're probably going to get mad, but I look at a lot of you players as cults, as the cult, because the only thing you think about is how many numbers you can get out of your damage bar. Okay, how much you can kill everything, how much you can solo by yourself. And don't get me wrong, I did the campaign mostly by myself. I'm doing it on easy by myself right now. Bungie's new idea is to bring more people in, have everybody work with a team effort, and the guy whose idea of Crow Here you go. Here's some little Bungie history for you, and you can look it up on Bife, actually. Uh, some old videos if you roll a few back, okay? Crow was an idea given by a guy when Destiny 1 started. Okay, Crow was supposed to be the emo dude that we had to follow around, and he kept us in line, and he was like our buddy and partner in crime and all this crap. And guess what? The whole idea and concept got turned down for Destiny 1. Right? Lo and behold, about a couple seasons back, around 2018, when the whole freaking thing was falling apart and nobody really wanted to play and everybody was toxic and so on and so forth, here comes Aldrin Sov. He kills Cade. Okay? We hunt him down and kill him. Well, we don't kill him. Petra does. Okay? Because we're not supposed to do that. We're the good guys. Right? So, all this gets done, and by the way, this freaking machine gun is awesome. I thought it was crappy at first, and it kind of is in some points, because it takes a while and it doesn't have a lot of ammo. But it could use some fine-tuning, but it works really good. Okay, Callus is not prepared for Strand. So, Strand is like the ebb and flow of the universe, okay, and it's a wide open space, alright? As far as the Veil and the Traveler, we kind of know what kind of the Veil is because Callus kept talking about it because like he was a drunken freaking monkey every time we ran into him. And we either ran into a robot or a dream state or a nightmare or some crap. I mean, I couldn't believe how many times we messed with Callus and we finally got to kill him. My high point of the whole campaign was killing his ass and being done with it. Because to be honest, there's only so many times you can regurgitate the character in the story before it gets mundane. And I will be honest, this is starting to get mundane. And that's your problem. You want it vibrant, you want it special, you want it better. Well, here's the thing. The people that originally made this are gone. They took their money and ran. And I don't blame them because the amount of money they made, it was worth it. Run, you know? And that's that. I mean, and this exhaustion and losing it is just retarded. But, anyways, so as I said, this is a good story. As far as new content goes, it's a good story. What I think they're trying to do, and what they've kind of explained, is that they're going to run this story, and every season is going to come out about the Veil and the Witness, and from now on, they're going to explain the whole drill. Now, I think they're going to lose people before they get to Destiny 3 because this is going to get to a point where it's probably going to drive you nuts. Okay, and as you can tell, a lot of you are complaining. Witch Queen, awesome story. Good campaign, took a long time, and when you did it Legendary, it was hard to beat by yourself unless it was on Easy. And even on Easy, it was hard to beat Savathun at the end. Okay? Legendary was difficult. Even the second mission, you couldn't do it on Legendary by yourself. This one, I creamed right through the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th with my Splendor and all that. Okay? And they are right. Trying to make this more difficult is hard to do because we pretty much exhausted everything they've done. If that makes any sense. Being more cautious with my hunter because hunters aren't quite as spongy as a Titan with fire. And otherwise than that, the Strand thing is kind of interesting because each character has a different ability. I get that. I don't know about the knife on a rope thing. Variation, you know. I get that. The Titan Slam, when they gave it some distance so I could hit a button and it would send out waves, that was worth the slam. If they hadn't put that in, I would have never played it. I would have never used it. Not once. And I will say that honestly. A lot of you are bitching about the Strand because you don't understand it. Okay? And it's like Stasis. She didn't understand Stasis in the beginning either. You know, a lot of you like, well, I can do this and I'm Superman. No, you didn't. You didn't have a freaking clue how to do it because it was new. And you're doing it again. I swear to God, you guys. You ain't happy ever. And that's the truth. I'll say that to you honestly. A lot of you are not happy with anything. But as far as this game, I don't think it's that difficult. I think it is kind of difficult if you haven't played it before. I think if you've not been around for a long time, you don't know a lot of the monsters and the way they work. And no offense, Cabal, use fire. Use fire all the damn time. You know, when you're not using strands, you better be on fire. You better be using fire weapons. Why? And I'll tell you why. Because Cabal, since the beginning of this damn game, right? Since the beginning of this game, since the time you see a Cabal in Mars, they are susceptible to fire. It's their weak point. It's their weak element. And it hasn't changed in I don't know how long. And it's built into the game. It's like hardwired into it. Oh God. It's going to tell me how to use this. Oh well, fun. I'm actually doing it better than I did before. But then again, it's not easy. I want to get my strand with my hunter. I don't want to sit here and break my neck and drive myself crazy and explode shit and punch a desk and, you know, just get irritated with it. Because when it comes to hard and legendary and all this stuff they've thrown in here and champions, oh boy, I am so tired of it. Because it doesn't make a bit of damn difference. And I'm sorry it doesn't. I've been playing this game since day one of Destiny. Okay, I stopped playing it in the beginning because it was kind of weird, wasn't used to it, and just slow. I thought it could have used some more work in the little beginning. And no, I don't think adding Crow would have made that better. Sorry, but I hate Crow. I think he's the worst freaking hunter there's ever been. And yes, I know, the man who created it, the one who runs Bungie now, and probably got on the developing team after he stopped giving people coffees and it was a failed experiment in the beginning. It's still a failed experiment. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Most people get away from games because they don't want to deal with real life. So if you make a character who's emo, a lot of the times, they don't give a crap. Because they hear enough of it. Alright, that's the end of that. As far as Bife, I get your point, dude. I'm a little disappointed in the story. I think there could have been some more lore. I think they could have explained the Veil some more. Because, to be honest, yeah, we kind of know that the Veil is like a dream state or some shit. Okay? And I will say shit because sometimes I don't pay attention to the story. Because on Seasons, it's really bad. You think story writing's bad for this campaign? I mean, come on. We had a season of pirates, and we still didn't get anything done. We still had to wait another season before to pull her major attack, you know, and then she pulls it and it fails. Alright, anyways, I think with this new seasons and new setups, I think if they stick with the whole witness thing, stop trying to import politics from the real world, and actually make this a story again, and maybe bring Cade back, that would be great. Because some comic relief with the rest of this crap would be nice. No offense, but he was. When it came to everybody else being serious, Cade could crack a smile and get you to crack one. No offense. And I know he probably wants more money. Nathan Fillion, the actor, I don't care. Because the thing is he's funny. That's what he is. That's what he does. He makes people smile. Even when he's in a drama. Because he's a common personality. And he's just a normal person. And that's what makes him interesting. Okay? And I don't... You know... Alright. Because we're all thinking they're going to kill somebody off, right? The one I always wanted them to kill off was the Vala, and nobody did it. And Zavala is actually not a bad character. I have to say, he's not... How do I say this? He's not Superman, but then again, you kind of have to have a jerk to work for, don't you? Isn't that usually how that works with supervisors? They kind of don't always kiss your butt. And of course, kind of the nice person, simplified, badass warrior that's silent but smart. Yeah. And then you gave us Emo Crow. And no offense, but that guy really is no fun. And I'm sorry, the guy who plays Alden Soft, I liked you better when you were Aldrin. You were vicious, you were scary, there was a reason for it. Everybody wanted to kick your butt. That was the whole point of Aldrin. And if you guys want to go with the Amanda Crow love story, by all means. But I still think she's got more cojones than he does. Just saying. I mean, correct. The cutscene where she blasts him with a shotgun and puts it right through his chest. That was awesome. I just don't care for the character. I think he could use some work. You can't make a Guardian like us the weakest individual in the room. Do you understand? And then have him whine and cry every time he has to do something. And I get you think that's because we do it, and some of us do. Yes, the fanatics, they whine and cry about every damn little thing because there's always something they want that's new and better. But here's the thing. You've been playing this game for how long? This game is how old? Exactly. And you're still playing the same characters, the same story plots, the same Guardians. You're still using some of the same builds that you've been using since the beginning. Okay, matter of fact, I am. I don't think I changed my elemental much at all. I played Stasis because I had to play Stasis. I played Strand because I'm having to play Strand. It's kind of interesting with the Titan. I've actually figured out how to make it work better. I'm good with that. I like the exotic, the auto, the machine gun. The bow I wasn't so happy with, but then again, I think it's like a T-Goose. I think you have to like hip fire with it to make it really fun. Which is fine, I guess. I mean... But I mean, come on. That is cool. I just wish we could use it through the whole campaign. You can when you replay it, but not now. Otherwise than that, this was actually a kind of decent story. I mean, I didn't think it was bad, and I didn't think it was too great. But I didn't think it was super. I mean, it probably could have had some more stuff to it. I mean, the lore, the wisdom. I still don't understand why Callus is running around. Don't really care. No offense, but I always thought Callus was a boring character. I thought Gaul was a better character. At least he was driven to do something. And Callus was just lazy and tired and didn't want to use the universe anymore. And basically an emo little bitch. And I mean, to be honest, I actually used to be an emo kid in school. And everything sucked. And then I realized that life is life. And some things are always going to suck and some things aren't. And here's the thing. This is not the only game in the universe. Okay, people? Yeah, just let you know. There are other games. So if you do get bored of this one, you can play something else. Oh, wait. No, I shouldn't say that. My bad, Bungie. I forgot. I shouldn't say that. You're Bungie. But seriously, I do take breaks from this game like anybody else. I do enjoy playing it when it does have some new stuff in it, because I hate playing it during the season. I'll play it for the first 4 weeks to see the story, and then I'm out. Why? Because it's just boring. It's not like other seasons. It's always the same shit. You gotta go to this dungeon to grind for this, to get this part, to get these levels, to get these ranks. And then when you get the ranks, you get the gear that's specialized for this season. Yeah, and then you get the gear, and then 2 weeks later they get rid of the damn gear, start another season over, and guess what? You're starting and doing it all over again. So yeah, I like my Lightfall or my beginning of the year thing to be a hell of a lot better than a short story. So I will give you that. They could have had some more to it. Because Legendary, yes, was challenging to a point, but then it was kind of moot. I mean, come on. You put in more puzzles than I've ever seen in any campaign. Than even a raid in the campaign. Which means you were covering up for your damn story to give them something more complicated like puzzles. And no offense, the new Bungie team, they're just damn lazy. They know we're going to buy stuff, so they build it the way they build it because we're going to turn around and buy it. Because they have a cult of followers. And I'm sorry, yes, I'm going to say this again. A cult of followers that will do anything and pay anything because they have hope that this is going to get better. And it doesn't have a problem when you've got somebody like Cactus and Azeroth and a few others rooting them on because they get paid to. I'm sorry, but I have a few complaints. You know what I mean? But otherwise than that, it's a really good game. It always has been. It has a good mechanic to it. It could use some work and improvements because it has been the same mechanic for, what, 6-7 years now? I mean, I'm sorry, but we're all getting a little bored. And I get that because when you have a game that goes on forever, you do get bored of it. I mean, I play another game that goes on forever. It's called Star Trek Online. Okay? And it goes on and on and on and on. And about every 2 months, we get a couple new boards and something to do for an event. And then once we get it done, we're done with it. We don't have to argue. We don't have to chase. We don't have to run. We're done with it. We don't, and then we move on. We'll play another game for a little while, come back to it. We always have our ships. We never lose anything. We never get anything sunsetted. Oh, and another thing that was really annoying. Witch Queen came out. 5 minutes I was in. Okay? 5 minutes. That's how long it took me to wait. 5 minutes. Right? So apparently, because it took me 5 minutes to get into Witch Queen, right? They punished me this time and it took me an hour and a half. And I'm going to say this, and I'm only going to say this, okay? Bungie does one or two things, and there are only a few games that do it, okay? And if you're all going to use this gaming, business model, then you ain't going to have anybody buy your damn games. Because Bungie is really needing to smarten up their model. Or get out of the business. Okay. Well, that was nice. How did I fall off? Anyways, so like I said, I had to wait an hour and 15 minutes to get into this game. And I hate to tell all of you because we were saving the servers and the servers might explode and da-da-da-da-da. And we have to stretch it out so nobody crashes the servers because they all run into the game at once. And, what was the other excuse? Oh, yes. What is that other part? What is that other thing? The other thing. Oh, yes. The servers might crash. We might have to do more work. And, oh, my God, that would be too much for us to do when we just put the game out. Because all we did was turn it on and give you the beta files 10 days before. Oh, wait. Did I say that? Let me try that again. So in other words, they're reading you used Carsman bail shit, and they expect you to fall for it. And no offense, but you cultists out there, the guys that play this game every year, every minute, every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds, and this is the only game they play, you're foolish. Because they will feed you bullshit, and they always do. They're the only game where we have to wait an hour and 30 minutes to get in. They're the only game on the first day, okay, that they whine and worry about their service crashing because they don't want to have to work overtime. They're the only game, okay, that makes quest lines for exotics 50 times longer than anything else. This is the only game I have to spend 6 hours to get a damn gun on. This is the only game I have to spend 4 days to get a gun on. This is the only game that I go in a raid and don't get the exotic that comes with it. I have to go in it 60 times to get it. Okay? These are the complaints you guys love to hear? And then everybody wonders why nobody wants to do end content? Gee! Because they're not going to get what they want. It's that simple. I will get every exotic that I can get, and then I will kiss the raid exotics goodbye. I don't even bother with them. Why? Because of one simple reason. I'm not going to play that thing 80 times to get that gun. That one gun. No, not. See, back in the day, you played it twice and you got it. Or once and you got it. And yes, I know, oh my god, they didn't go back. Yes, they did. They went back to the armor. And when they got the armor, then they were done with the raid. And it ain't no damn different. It hasn't changed. Maybe if you guys would spend, and I will say this again, for Bungie only, and I love your company because I like the game you make. You understand? Less time donating to everybody and taking our money and donating it to people. 2, more time building new servers if these servers are so old that they may crash if there's too many of us getting in there. Because you're the only game that has this problem. Not even Call of Duty, who's been around longer than you, has this issue. Okay? Nope, they don't have it. Now, how can that be if they don't have this issue? Ooh! How can that be if they don't have this issue? That's what I'm trying to get across. Why is it that only this game has that issue? Why is it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too smart for y'all? I don't get it. But otherwise than that, I've played this game for quite a few years. And I can tell you this. I may not next year buy the deluxe edition. Unless it says Destiny 3 on it. And it's a whole different ballgame. And I don't care what your new story is, because this one really kind of fell a little flat. It should have needed some more work. Because you're trying to teach us about the ebb and flow and how to be open-minded with the strand, and nobody's getting it. It's that simple. Oh, that's right, because you guys are really good at life advice. When you're not even good at business advice. Get out of there! Damn it. Fucking tanks. Anyway, so like I said, it is what it is. I mean, it is a beautiful game. Don't get me wrong. Bungie was a hell of a game when it started. And I think it has a wonderful way to go. I do really think it does that. You know, and it has a wonderful way to go. But you can't expect a lot of these people to have the backbone that they had in the beginning, because they aren't here anymore. The people that originally built this game aren't even close.
Good. As long as I can hold the line.
There's who's ever left. You know what I'm saying? So they're bound to stumble, they're bound to make mistakes. But we're human. We're allowed to do that. We're supposed to do that. And that's where your problem is half these guys think they have egos and they're the only guardian in the universe. But you know what? It's funny. This is the only game they can actually play and win at. So how are they guardians to the universe? Because a lot of the times, and I'll tell you right now, the only reason why I died is because I was talking to all of you. My whole 2 subscribers. But like I said, don't cut this game short. Okay? Don't ever do it. Because if you love it, it's your favorite game. Alright? I'm not saying this is my favorite, but it used to be. I used to spend a lot of good times on here with my friends. Okay? And over the years, a lot of them have left. Because it just doesn't have the luster it used to have. But like I said, they like to say that they know how this game mechanic works. But to be honest, the biggest game that's ever been still going, and has been going for I don't know how long, and still has billions of players, is World of Warcraft. And they couldn't even work with Blizzard long enough to get their point across, and they had different models, and they weren't going to do it their way because their way was too much work. And no offense, one of the #1 games in the world, okay, and I'm not talking the year because the year is just any fancy for the year. One of the major games in the world that's considered just as major as this, okay, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, right? And these games have been around for I don't know how long, and this is one of them. But yet they can't even go by a simple good business program. And then they're like, well, that would be copying somebody. Well, technically it wouldn't be, because at the time they bought you. And now you all work for the same damn place anyways. Because you all work for Sony. And no offense, I get the whole different console thing. I do. I used to have all of them at one point. I could have all of them again if I wanted it. But to be honest, it's hard to play every console. It's a lot of work. And I'm lazy because I'm retired. I've had my ass in the grass and it's buku dinky dow. So to speak. Oh, they're immune. Because I gotta get the suppressor. Oh, dude, I gotta get the suppressor and get the tank. What was I thinking? There's the suppressor. Now I can get the tank, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah! Fucking thing's in the way. I can't move. Great. Get out of the way. Come on. No, get out of the tank. Go, 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 go. What I gotta do? Defeat Vakaboo. Wait. Nah, it's immune. Of course. I wouldn't be that lucky. I love this machine gun though. It's pretty good. I have to admit, it's pretty decent. Move! Get the hell out of here. The hell are you thinking? Yeah, because this thing really doesn't take a lot of bullets to kill bosses. On easy, it's like, yeah, walk in the park. I don't know about Callus, but this is pretty much a walk in the park. Did you not see it?
Radio mass cannot be destroyed with conventional weapons. But like before, perhaps they didn't account for strand.
Where is it this time? Isn't it up top? Yeah, I think so. Come on. Yeah, that was it.
Give me some time to expose its weak point. When I give you the signal, use your strand.
I can't. Strings are gone. And I can't use anything. Not even shoot. This poor dude. He didn't last long. He was kind of an interesting character, but he didn't last long. I kind of get it.
Lightbearer, destroy it now.
We can't.
And I have no choice. Nimbus, see you on the other side. Robot, what are you doing? He chose a cloud strider's path. Hey, Guardian, can you please pick up his core? I'll need it.
Okay, Nimbus.
Because a lot of you, if you haven't noticed, we're not the Guardian God anymore. I mean, we pretty much let that guy die. We pretty much killed him. I get they're trying to make us feel that we're insufficient, not good enough. I guess. I'm assuming. And I get the end of the story's coming because the witness is here to fight the Traveler. But, one, we don't know how this is going to end. Two, he's just kind of fucking with the Traveler, not really fighting him. And Callus, he just needed to go.
Because you fear to seek one. That fear is your failure.
Yeah.
My failure. My failure. I defend this force with vicious subjugation, batter down the gates of our enemies, and seize our glittering prize. Why? Because
I know you want to lay on Dad's mouse. You can try to shut everything off, huh? Because you'll be in a bad gear.
all you can think of to do with it.
Yes, this is Fat Cat George. Yes, technical advisor to the Streaming Stars. Why is that doing that?
Infinite apologies. The veil is yours. It will be done.
But as far as this review goes, I can't give it a bad review, and I'm not going to scream about it because every time you expect everything to be better, and it never is. Okay, either they're not capable of putting out that great storylines anymore, or they're trying to do a new model. To be honest, they should just stamp Destiny 3 on it and start over. Because if they're new people, then they should start all new. Stop wasting our time and dragging this out. You know what I mean? Either end a story, be done with it this season, and start over Destiny 3. Or you're going to lose people because you're going to lose more people. Because no offense, even you guys are getting irritated and you're the cult. You people have been playing this game since the beginning and you're still here. And you haven't played any other game but this one. And no offense, and I love all you YouTubers, Cactus, Azeroth, the rest of you, and I will not, I do. I love you guys, you're great, you do a lot of stuff. If I get stuck on something, I can always look up a video and figure it out. You know what I mean? And I love that. Because I'm not going to sit here and spend my whole life on this game anymore. I'm going to find the quick route. So please keep making those videos. Because that's the thing that's drawing this game out. That's the thing that's stretching you guys out. That's the thing that's actually killing this company, to be honest. Is it should not take this long to do stuff. And any other gaming company can show you that people will not sit around all day. Very few will. And play this game forever. Just to get one gun and then have it nerfed next week. You know what I mean? And no offense, but this is a good game. It always was. And if the guy who's running Bungie now doesn't like Destiny 1 because he wasn't a part of it or his ideas got turned down, well, suck it up, big boy. You now have the company. Suck it up, move on, get back to doing something good, make a game that is good with this name on it, or don't. Make a whole new game. Oh wait, did I say that? Make a whole new game? And don't call it Destiny. Call it whatever the heck you want. Crow's Revival. Crow's Redemption. I don't care what you call it. But don't expect all these fans and these fanatics that play this game all the time, and only this game, to bend over and kiss your butt. Because they're not going to do it. Not ever. Not in a lifetime. And lately, a lot of people are not doing that. Because everybody's too busy trying to put real life into things where real life doesn't belong. Like fantasies and games and stories and movies and so on and so forth. I don't care if your lesbian grandmother 5 times over had 15 million wives and 2 men and 8 million children. I don't give a shit. That's why I play this, is to get away from that. Do you understand? And you're not going to tell me I can play this game or that game because, oh, some tranny is crying over spilt milk and didn't get their shoe on right this morning. Who gives a crap? Because guess what? I get up every day and take 8 pills. I'm 48 years old, my back's going to hell, my knees are shot, my elbows don't feel good, and I got carpal tunnel, so I can only play a game for a couple of days and then I hurt like hell. So get over it. Because you're just going to grow old and have more issues. I'm happy with me. And that's the way you should be. And kind of that's what they're trying to say with this whole... maybe, I mean, I think they're crazy because it's, again, bringing politics into a game that shouldn't have any. I think that's what they're trying to say, is that the world flows like a river and you either go along with it or you don't. And sometimes you will float down that river. Well, I got my own damn canoe and I keep my own shit in it. That's the way I live down that river. Because I live it the way I want to live it. I don't let anybody else tell me what to do. I don't want everybody else convince my world. I don't let any politician try to change the world and feed me a fucking line of a used car salesman with a lemon car that's only got 500,000 miles on it that's going to last 2 more days when you buy it. No, I'm not that stupid. It's just not the way it is. Now, Destiny will go on. If they write good, they work good, and this season's all run into one good story, that would be great. Because that's the kind of model that Star Trek Online has. They give you things every 2 months, like seasons, right? But each season contains chapters to a story as you go. So you're waiting for the next season. Even if it's a little story or a little mission to bring you that picture of the story. And don't get me wrong, because every single one of you for the season wait the first 4 weeks to get that story. And then after that, you drop the game and walk away. Because there's really nothing to get after that. And the only ones that don't are the ones that grind for 40 freaking days for one gun that's going to get nerfed in 2 weeks because they whine in PvP because they got their butt kicked. Well, guess what? If you play PvP, you're going to die. Oh my god! It's a new concept, isn't it?
Passing our senior cloud strider, Rohan, who perished while defending our city.
That little Japanese 4-year-old's gonna kick your butt, and then you're gonna have to start all over and try to get more kills than he does, and he's still gonna kick your butt because his reflexes are faster, and you're getting older.
Good night, Yomona, and good luck.
That's a part of life. Get over it. God. So that's my review. This game is not as bad as everybody thinks it is, and I think you ought to start complaining about every damn thing, because lately that's all I see. This movie's bad. That's bad. This game's bad. Don't play that game. Don't do this. Don't do that. You know what? Frig you. Okay? That's the way I look at it. We're not here on this in this world to live our lives by every Tom, Dick, and Harry's choice. We're here to live it by our choices, not anybody else's. And that's the way you do it.
And knowing him, he's about to unleash his barbarity.
Kinda looks pretty cool. I still think she should have fought with you when you fought against her father. I do like Lightfall. I do like some of the game. It's a little more smoother, but they also took out some of the junk that we've had in our campaigns for a while. I'm sorry, and a lot of you didn't like Forsaken, but I liked Forsaken. I thought it was the greatest story ever. We get to revenge a good character that we all loved. And it was a smart idea. The problem was they blew it at the end. And how did they blow it? I'll tell you how they blew it. The guy that killed him, that we killed, you made into a guardian to take his place. How stupid was that? Because nobody's going to see him as that. They're always going to see him as the guy that killed him. I'm sorry, but they're not journalists. They're not book writers. They're not authors. They're not going to see the content of a real in-depth story. Okay? All they want to see is how much they can kick ass. And I'm not saying you characters are dumb, because I'm not. I'm not saying you people are either. Bife, you love the lore. It's great. I love fucking listening to your videos to know more about the lore. Okay? But like I said, I was watching the lore video on your special edition and you were reading the book. Okay? And the book is all about how Gaul's gonna Callus is pregnant with Keitel, because in their society, men have the babies. And they have, I don't know, he seems to be the biggest emperor, dangerous man ever, but yet you all play him off like he's a dunce. And no offense, but here's the deal. If you're purple, green, blue, black, white, red, yellow, whatever color you want to be, or whatever sex or gender you want to be, then be it. But stop thinking everybody else has to follow your ass and kiss it, because that's never going to happen. You have to earn it. Respect is something you have to earn. It's not something you're going to pull out of their chest. So remember that too. Otherwise than that, I love this game. I think it's fun. I'm having a good time playing it right here. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to drive myself nuts. I'm not going to scream and yell and shout. I'm just not going to do it. I don't put myself into this game like I used to because of the necessity, the addiction, actually. Actually, I see a lot of you that have it. Many years ago, I watched a man who needed some help and some therapy and a few other things. And the only thing he wanted to do was play WoW. World of Warcraft. So all he did was play WoW. And it didn't change a goddamn thing in his life, because these aren't the answer to your life changes or life choices. This game is not the answer. This is not your... You know, I can escape for a little while, but I still gotta get up and cook dinner and pay bills, and it ain't gonna fix everything. Do you understand? So maybe you fellow cultists And I will say fellow cultists because I'm being nice about it. Need to get outside and get some fresh air because it's past winter. You know, winter's getting over. Hopefully, soon. Although some of us in the northern states still are seeing it. This gun is just awesome. Bing! I still haven't got the start arm yet. I'm working on it. Slowly but surely. So that's my review. Thank you for watching, and if you like, follow. I'm not very good at doing reviews because I say it frankly. And sometimes nobody likes my frankness. Because I'm not your mama. I'm not your daddy. I'm not going to spread it over for you, and I'm not going to kiss your butt. Do you understand? I've seen the wide world. I've seen it from every perspective. I've seen it from other countries. I've seen it with a gun in my arms. And everybody seems to think that this world is going to bend because they whine and say so. It does not. Some of this world hasn't changed in a million years, and it ain't going to change anytime soon. And then some of it is changing slowly but surely. But you're not going to change it by threatening everybody and telling them they're terrible and this and that. And they're inhumanly, or what do they call that? The whole guilt trip thing. Yeah, it doesn't do anything really. It doesn't. It pisses people off is what it does. And for you out there, peek-a-me, sweetie, the VTuber, the little cute one, I get if you're retiring because you got bullied. I get that. But it's just giving in to them. That's all it's doing. And if you have a hard time with that and had a hard time with that all your life, then yeah, get out of the business and be done with it. But I will tell you this. You can't let them get to you because that's what happens. That's what their whole purpose is. Because half of these people aren't even in the trans community. They aren't even here. They aren't even there. They just want to fight. They want to burn the world because they think that it will make everything better for them. Because their world sucks. And no offense, I probably had the most adventurous life in the world. Good, bad, or otherwise. And you know what? I still get up every morning. I still eat dinner. I still pat my cat. And I still stream for you. Wah, wah, boo-hoo. But peek-a-me, sweetie, I'm sorry, and I hope you have a good life after your graduation or retirement. And I hope nobody bullies you again, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Because everybody's got to say something out there. Alright, and that's my review. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Hit that follow like button if you don't like it. Oh well, I can't tell you much about it. I'm still going to make more. Have a good day. I appreciate it. I'm going to get back to playing Destiny and enjoying my Lightfall. Thank you. Bye-bye. This is Lord of Arthas Frost signing off. And if you hit that over there on YouTube, you hit that subscribe and like button, will you? Thank you very much. I may not have many followers, but I have followers. Ta-da! Do have a good evening and a day. Ha-de-doo-dee.